Wonder how that compares to myself. I'll have to.
Chickens. Chickens.
Hopefully that's working. Fine. Hello. Everybody. No. Plenty loud for me. Start there. Cool. Alright. Block 2. Fuck it. Whew. Alright. See how this goes. Edward Pierce, veteran of the First World War, drowns his memories in liquor and sleeping pills. He is now a private detective who has trouble finding a case. Lift him up. Or Pierce finds a new case quickly, or Pierce must find a new case quickly, or risk losing his license. Should have read that from the beginning. There was a timer, anyways. I could press A. If I am mad, it is mercy. May the gods pity the man who, in his callousness, can remain sane to the hideous end. H.P. Lovecraft. It's delightful. Ugh. Just go back to sleep. No. Yummy. Saved. But I actually should check. No. I'd rather have a clock. I'd rather have a crosshair than not. Left trigger springs. What is this? Hello, Melphis. This is Call of Cthulhu. It's on the Game Pass. It's a remake of an older game. It's a horror game, horror investigation game. Like psychological and whatnot. I have not played the new one. I know literally nothing about it. Other than that it's a remake. I did play the old one years ago, but completely honest, don't know whether or not this is going to take the same kind of turns or not. It has the same kind of premise, but light up some. Hurricane lamp. Nice. In any case, Melphis, how are you? question is, can I? Okay. Yeah, the original version of this game was very dark and creepy looking.
In my wake, pulled along. Fate inescapably draws you on.
Okay, there you go. Good thanks, we'll be heading off soon. For a little bit though. No worries, Muffus. I'm only going to do the stream for about 3 hours today, but I will be uploading streams like I was normally. Hopefully everything goes fine. I haven't lost frames. It's a good start compared to the last time I streamed. Yeah, all good. No worries.
What a putrid offering.
A lot of dead fish. Dead fish is not scary.
Don't fight. You have been chosen.
No, I don't like that. The game tells you how to run, usually because there's a reason to run.
Behold,
How's the game audio?
everything has already been written. But perhaps you will attempt to change your destiny.
Is that Cthulhu? Ah. The white dot is a little distracting, but I don't.
I hate whiskey.
1980s. I'm not having a drink. No, I'm gonna be
Been a
sensible.
while since I jotted down something other than my nightmares.
Sounds like almost Liam Neeson-esque. The Doctor Camwell repeats to me that I no longer need my remedy to keep my memories at bay, but I know that if I stop, the memories will return. One of these mornings, I probably won't wake up. Despite the treatment, I again hear voices in my dreams, but they are different, unknown. They seem to surface from unfathomable and ancient depths. What nameless creature is calling me? The one in the title. I'm gonna say Cthulhu.
Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology. I should get rid of all this stuff. Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology. A good old story of black.
Our owner who tried to hire me didn't like the way I closed the case, but when you're already outside the law, there's not a lot that one can do against a private detective who's got proof against you. Case. This one.
Married woman runs off with her girlfriend. The husband couldn't understand it.
Husband never understood that his wife had left him, kept calling on me weeks after the investigation had been closed.
I used to be an avid reader.
Cool.
The Wentworth Agency doesn't attract top-notch cases.
Uh-huh.
The Lost Battalion. Holding your position and obeying orders. That isn't courage. I wonder why I still
Sleeping
take
pills.
these things.
The doctor prescribed them when I returned from the war. They swore they would put an end to the nightmares, but for a while now, their effect has been wearing off. Need from okay.
I'm listening.
Mush.
Are you Edward Pierce, private investigator contracted by the Wentworth Detective Agency?
That's correct.
Hello, Mr. Pierce. I'm Lucy Sherifield, in
Lucy
charge of
Sherifield.
investigators over at Wentworth. I'm
Wentworth.
calling because of a problem with your file. A fire has destroyed some of our documents.
Is that right?
I'm so very sorry, but I have to collect your personal information yet again.
Whoa. Allocate character points. Each character point allows you to improve a skill of score. This was not in the original. Okay. Eloquence. Eloquent represents your ability to influence those you talk to per power of speech, improving skills. Political physical power, improve the skills sense or use of violence. Huh. There's a lot of things that are going to be pretty self-explanatory. Medicine's probably going to be pretty self-explanatory. Making diagnosis, expression, understanding a medical problem. Cult of 8 character points. So I have some progression in everything. I think I might choose investigation because it's going to play into the game, and then go spot hidden, because I'm not going to try and fight my way through everything. Medicine is going to be useful, but I'm going to try not to die or use drugs. Occultism going to be things that I'll have to learn from that, but I think that'll be the go.
Thank you for this information, Mr. Pierce. Our files will soon be up to date.
Cool, thanks.
On a related matter, may I raise a sensitive question?
What's wrong?
As you know, we wish to closely monitor the progress of our contractors. And it would seem you've been accepting fewer new cases.
Work is scarce.
Mr. Pierce, you know as well as I do, there's never been more investigative work than now.
But are those cases worth it?
They're worth not losing your license. Show yourself worthy of the Wentworth Detective Agency, and we might keep you on the payroll. Mr.
Like we have a
Pierce,
choice in the matter. Ooh, look very gritty.
I'm coming.
Well, that lip sync was not right. Okay.
Sir, I came here on the advice of a person whom I hold in high esteem, and I must say that I expected anything but a drunkard's lair.
You're free to leave anytime, sir.
Do you know to whom you speak?
Stephen Webster, industrialist and art collector. All of Boston knows you.
Tell me, Mr. Pierce, are you capable of handling a new case, or are you simply a deadbeat inebriate?
If you come to me,
Option B?
it means you're desperate.
Nobody believes me. They take me for an old fool.
You are a fool.
Sarah, my little girl, she is dead.
My
Even
condolences.
you must know of her. She was Sarah Hawkins.
The painter? Yes. Everyone knows her work.
Not me.
The police accuse her of killing her family. They all died in a fire. Sarah, her husband, and Simon, my grandson.
I can't do anything for a woman who is already dead.
Find out the truth. They say she was mad, but I know that's a lie.
How?
She would never have done such a thing.
How do you know that
But
she
if
would
you have no proof,
I've brought all that I have.
brought a
Look,
painting?
I want you to look carefully at this painting. Tell me all the assumptions that come to mind.
Is this more tutorial shit?
what am I supposed to find?
Tell me if this is the work of madness. Or if, on the contrary, you manage to detect some logic, a rationality to follow so that I may understand it.
Is that all you want from me?
Yes, please.
All right. I'll look at your picture.
Am I getting paid for
That's
it?
all you've got? The painting?
I placed a file on your desk. It contains everything I have on the affair.
A warehouse on Darkwater. Some sketches of the Hawkins family. Rather thin.
Okay. The shipping label. Some of it is unreadable, but I can make out parts of the address. Warehouse 36. The police report, it says that the fire started in the dining room and claimed the whole family. The police decided on a domestic accident, but they nevertheless insist Sarah Hawkins' mental frailty, yeah. Why? A press cutting. An article written about the marriage of Sarah and Charles Hawkins, a businessman from the island of Darkwater. They live a recluse life. there with their son, with their only son, Simon. I am fucking having trouble reading today.
Its strange beauty isn't enough to hide the feeling of dread it carries.
So, Mr. Pierce, what do you make of these elements?
Fail a skill test? What do you mean? I don't know. Oh.
Her husband was a big deal on the island. But the police are sticking to the accident theory. Though they mentioned Sarah's mental state was fragile. I believe you are right, sir. This case is not as simple as it appears.
Maybe you've had a
I
little
am
bit
aware
of
of that. I believe there is more to this case than just an accident.
that.
The sender's label mentions Warehouse 36.
That's right. It came with Sarah's last painting.
And you think your daughter could have been the sender?
That is what you must find out. Go to Darkwater. Find Warehouse 36.
Hey, you asked me to look at a painting.
The sender's label mentions...
That's right.
And you think...
That is what... Go to...
You must tell me if what the police suggest about the mental state of your daughter is true.
No. Sarah had visions.
Right, she's
Everyone
insane.
knew that. She never would have hurt a fly. She only thought she saw things.
Saw things? What do you mean by that?
Fish people?
I never knew what she
Dead
meant
fish?
by that. My daughter was an enigmatic figure, Mr. Pierce. You must find out the truth about her life and death.
Darkwater. Never heard of the place. Where is
It's right next to
It's
Blue
a
Water.
small, remote island off the coast of
Okay, it
Boston.
shouldn't be too long.
Sarah
Catch you when I get
lived
back.
there
No
with
worries,
her
Marcus.
son, her husband.
I suppose you want to ship me off there.
Darkwater holds the secret regarding my daughter, Mr. Pierce. You must uncover it.
You've got the
I'm a
wrong
private
man.
investigator, not an art critic.
I guess you're not as clever as you think, then. The painting is linked to this case, can't you see? You must find the meaning behind all this.
I think I'm beginning to understand.
Yeah?
I'm willing to do anything for my daughter to recover her honor.
Quiet down. I'm on your side. Let's sum things up. An artist dies with her family in a house fire. Your only clue is a sort of promontory painting sent from Darkwater right before her death.
Correct. And the rumors about her supposed folly.
Which you don't totally deny.
Find that warehouse. Find out the truth regarding Sarah Hawkins' death. You will be handsomely
Why can't you just
compensated.
say my daughter?
All right.
It's
I'll
weird that
take
you
the
don't
case.
refer to her as your daughter.
I'll go to Darkwater and look into the death of your daughter.
Thank you, Mr. Pierce. I didn't expect any less coming from a man in your situation.
What do you mean?
Something's queer. But it's not like I have a choice.
You have every bit of a choice.
Darkwater. I think I've got a book on the North Atlantic. I'll no doubt find some information on this island in there. Darkwater is off the coast of Boston. But I've never heard of it. According to this book, it was often mentioned during whale hunting times at the end of the 19th century. But it seems to have been shunned since then.
Okay, the island doesn't exist. I had to check. Blackwood Island has been inhabited since the 14th century and is still rich with many memories left by its lost tribes. Don't let the romanticism of these moving events, such as naive and primitive beliefs, fool you into forgetting how violent their gods were. A gigantic creature that still unaided on the walls of long abandoned caverns. Was it a sea or a dream god? No one knows, but today it inhabits the sons and daughters of the proud whale hunters and still remember the mysterious and tumultuous Story of the small land off the coast of Massachusetts. Did you say it was near Boston? I have no idea about American topography.
All I have to do is go to the port. I just hope that I can find a boat able to take me to dark water.
A dense work aimed at young practitioners. First volume list of illnesses, notices. So, sanity. So my hormone probably goes up and down as progressing goes. Alright. Let's just point out the stupidity of this all. 63. 41. 33. Now the 1 looks like an eye. 11 looks like eye. Not 2. Do anything with it? Anything else? Oh, okay.
I used to be an avid reader.
Yeah. Okay. Oogie. I think knowledge of the color, I probably could have stabbed at that. I wonder if there's a way about starting this game like completely flat stats. Easy achievement so far. If there are things that are tracking progression, doesn't. Here's took the Hawkins case. The cursed artist accused of having caused the fire that killed her and her family. The only clue is she left her father a disturbing painting. Shipping label and address, a warehouse set in the docks of an island in Darkwater. The island of Darkwater. The place seems to be the starting point for Pierce's investigation. And the divergence into his. Ah, yes. I've never left during day. That much water vapor in the air, there's that much fucking, fog. We'll focus on nature. Is smoke? Yep. Yeah. Not a fan of the double text with this. A little distracting.
We're almost there.
Yeah. PI. 1950s. Surely I'd have a gun. American PI too. Title card. Ooh. Spooky. See ya. Either 1950s or 1960s.
Stay on board. There's guys coming to unload. Welcome to Darkwater Island, Mr. Pierce.
Why, thank you, Captain Fitzroy.
So, what wind brought you?
Does the Hawkins case mean anything to you?
A sad story that we would all prefer to forget. Charles Hawkins may have been a landlubber, but he was a good man.
Lower.
And his wife, Sarah Hawkins.
A nice young woman, and a great painter. What a tragedy. You know what? Go have a drink of the Stranded Whale. What you need is a good pick-me-up. Mitchell may not be very welcoming, but his bar holds a surprise for you. As for me, you'll find me at the Harbor Master's office. If it's the Hawkins family that brings you here, I have a pile of documents that should interest you.
So
Understood.
2 points.
I'm going for a look around the docks.
In the original game, there was areas that you couldn't go to as soon as you started investigating some areas. Some people did not like that.
Please move back. Let the police do their work. Hey, Sullivan. Can't you go any faster?
You've seen how old this thing is. If we force it too much, we'll break everything.
The blood is just beginning to coagulate. It died a short time ago. Only a specialist would know what killed it.
You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's something coming. Something real bad.
The same goes for you, sir. Move along.
I'm looking for this address. Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
Ah. And so who are you?
I didn't introduce myself. Edward Pierce, private detective.
In any case, it's not very important. I can't answer that.
What do
You
mean?
can't? Or you don't want to?
Oh, no. I'm not getting into those games, me. Now, please, allow me to do my job.
No.
You can't understand.
You can see that I'm busy, can't you?
You can't understand.
Alright.
You're
I
not
love this
sailors.
picture of my goal.
Oh yeah. It's a sign. There's something
You, buddy?
coming. Something real bad.
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy.
Shysters. That'll probably then limit my exploration further on.
Prohibition is just a joke around here.
It's the 50s.
That suits me fine.
Wanted to stir us up.
But you can stay to watch if you want.
There's nothing for you here either. Beat it.
bastard. You'll see what a true sailor's got in his belly.
There's nothing for you here either.
Alright.
Beat it.
Had to say.
Don't scare me.
What did he call us just now?
But for me, I would gain information into the place where I'm supposedly going to get. Very auspicious that the bloody lantern's below.
I wonder what Captain Fitzroy has got to say about this woman, Cat.
Captain, these terms of agreement are clear. Keep your men under control. You cannot afford to provoke us. No need to answer this message. Just make your payment to the carrier. Well, that's investigation, so loot before...
Broken. This place seems half abandoned.
Loot before speaking. Seems.
Fishing equipment. Could do with some rust remover.
Ah, the shitter. No, another big thing in the original game was there was doors that had locks on them. That when you're running away from enemies.
This blackboard hasn't been used in a long while. The Scylla. It finished up beached at the entrance to the harbor.
Gaining experience toward that avenue. Finding the...
This man and Fitzroy could be twins.
Leg. All things to question Fitzroy about.
What a macabre souvenir.
There's the wooden leg. I mean, the horror game. I don't know if I'm gonna get many, if any, weapons at all.
I brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests. They're on the table next to you. But in truth, you're likely to be disappointed. When you're done, come join me on the deck.
These manifests are signed by Charles Hawkins. But that's all I'll get from them.
Alright, only a few dates are still legible. 1819, 1907, a partial date. The rest of the document is blacked out. Who wants this information to be hidden? Is this First World War or Second World War? I think it might be like 19. Might be like 1920.
From here, I see everything that goes on in the harbor. The hard-working lives of my sailors, the fights of the stranded whale. Even the antics of these wharf rats don't escape me.
It's you who lays down the law around here.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm just the last serving captain on Darkwater. Tell me what I can do to help you.
Like, woohoo! Tell me about Darkwater. Things I unlocked. Cool. So
I'm just back from the wharves. The dead killer whale is unsettling the sailors.
Ah, yes. Us men of the sea are superstitious folk.
The police took the decision to put the killer whale back into the sea.
You've got to understand them. They didn't know what to do with it.
I think that was a mistake. Who says that whatever caused those wounds is no longer in these waters?
You think we should have kept it?
To look into the real cause of its death, at least. Killer whales don't have many known predators.
That's true.
Piranhas.
And normally, they're not found around here. But, you're gonna take me for a fool.
Go for it.
Give it a try.
Have you heard about the depths? Trenches that plunge into the earth and that shelter creatures unlike any other.
You're talking about mythology.
No, not necessarily.
Indeed, you're right.
Okay.
I was looking at your photograph. One of the man in front of the boat.
Ah, yes, I can see the one you're talking about.
Interesting resemblance. I thought it was you, but with a wooden leg.
And for good reason. That's my father in the photograph.
Your father?
John Fitzroy, captain of the Scylla. His wooden leg is here. You can go and see it if you're interested.
Oh, seen it.
I found a threatening letter signed by a certain cat.
Meow.
What? I don't mind you visiting my harbor master's office, but I'd prefer if you didn't go through my affairs.
Are you being blackmailed?
Not exactly, no. That shyster wants to make us pay protection money.
With any success?
I wouldn't say that, but she terrifies my men as much as her own.
Can you not do anything to stop her?
Don't you worry about that.
Sure. All that. Where's the
I'm looking for Warehouse 36. Do you know where it is?
Look, it's right there. The warehouse is opposite the jetty. You can't miss it.
It's a fucking huge warehouse.
Understood.
You know who the building belongs to, don't you?
Probably the Sheila.
It belonged to the Hawkins family.
Precisely. Ship owners from father to son.
I think that somebody here wanted me to search this warehouse. Your manifests have been blacked out. They're totally unreadable.
Yeah, I saw that. I've got no idea who did it or why. I don't remember having countersigned anything special enough for someone to hide it.
And why obliterate the dates as well as the goods stored in the warehouse?
You mean that the dates have some meaning?
I know that Charles Hawkins was descended from a family of ship owners, and the island's fishing industry was hit badly.
Indeed, we specialized in whaling, but no whalers went out to sea after the miraculous catch of 1847.
So where did the Hawkins family get its money?
Well, from what Charles inherited, I presume. Although these dates on the manifests could indicate that he had contracts of another kind.
With whom, I wonder?
I've done all this.
I shall be on my way.
So come back and see me when you've got something new.
Got it. Gained 1 point. Woohoo. Ah. What have you discovered by environmental stuff? God damn it. So if I investigate everything, realistically I should have the information I need. All the perks I can probably get. In my feet, yep. You wanna go, bro?
Hey, be careful.
Uh-huh. Oh, there's the mistress. Okay, cat. Doesn't look like a cat.
Let's get him another drink. He's dry.
In my bar, we don't serve troublemakers.
You saw what happened. He's the troublemaker.
Oh, you're a true mainlander. A real princess.
I should have went.
You strut around with your la-di-da ways, and then, as soon as the pressure rises, you start squealing. You don't have what it takes to drink my whiskey. You've got to earn it.
I'm here for information, not for a fight.
Oh.
I prefer it that way. Speak then. I reserve the right to answer or not.
The stranded whale. I guess this bar has been here a long time.
What can I tell you? I'm a nostalgic sort of guy. The name, it reminds us of the golden age of dock water, when our whalers left for long months and came back sweating and stinking of the oil and flesh of the whales they'd been hunting.
It was a tough time, all the same.
Ah, but steeped in glory. We've never known such wealth since then.
What can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why. Then, I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
Her style made her famous. How would you describe it? Torture?
Yeah? Well, it wasn't normal. I mean, for a young woman with a child and all that. We saw them in the papers and we said to ourselves, who can paint such things? Is that how she sees the world?
So they made you feel uncomfortable?
You need to see them for yourself. Make up your own mind.
Her vision, was it so terrible?
Way I see it, the truth is really a question of point of view.
What do you mean by that?
Do you still trust the truth after a bottle of whiskey?
Sometimes.
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
I didn't expect to find alcohol on this island. What's the source of this miracle?
You mean who? Our source of supply wouldn't like me to betray them to the first comer.
I'll tell nobody.
She'd know it anyway. Anything else?
It's quite obvious then.
What do you know about the Hawkins warehouse?
If I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Why not?
First off, there are rumors. Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse at night. Screams, that sort of thing.
It's just wind.
Screams.
And that's not all. There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go with it. But I'll say no more. Anything else?
I could order a drink.
That'll be all for now. Charles Hawkins was a heavy drinker. And a debtor. Interesting.
Miss Baker always free for the love. Cat Hawkins. Cats.
The miraculous catch. Apparently, the most significant event of the last 80 years.
And the doctor, what did he say?
Nightmares. Can hear things and voices whispering. Will follow its reader and appear at various locations, gifted with its own consciousness, until it finds a new reader. Ah, that's it. Maybe we should let him take it. No, the risks are too high. It's a book, after all. Pure knowledge.
Do you like our song?
We're true sirens.
We may not be pros, but we give it all we've got.
Yo ho,
That's
there we
true.
go.
It's a reminder of the time when we were still fishing for whales off Darkwater Island.
Who refers to the island that they're on by its contextualized name every time you get an opportunity to do so?
I heard the Hawkins family owned a warehouse on the docks.
An old family of ship owners.
Tell me something I don't already know.
They were made much richer by the miraculous catch.
You shouldn't talk about the dead like that.
We're not speaking ill, we're just saying that Daniel Hawkins made a fortune without taking any risk.
There! You're speaking hell, you see?
It's your proof that the miraculous catch really did happen.
I've never heard this song before.
Only people from here know it. It tells the story of the miraculous catch.
God, he
I saw the
just looks like a
newspaper.
rat.
You don't believe it, do you?
Watch what you say, young man.
That catch saved our island.
Ah. Where's the proof?
We're the proof.
Without it, the whole of Darkwater would have died of hunger in 1847.
It's true. Everything happened just as it says in the newspaper report.
I don't believe
Our
that.
grandparents tasted its flesh.
And it was delicious.
And it cursed the island.
What brought whaling to an end?
The whales, of course.
They all disappeared.
You exhausted the stocks.
You could say that, yes. There were fewer and fewer of them.
Until the last, the biggest.
The one of the miraculous catch.
Exactly.
There hasn't been any whales caught on this island for almost 100 years.
I bid you farewell, gentlemen.
Good night, stranger.
So long.
What? Another break?
One of those damn sailors came looking for trouble again.
But he won't try again anytime soon. We gave him a good hiding.
So you said to yourselves that after such a feat, you could abandon your post.
It's just a little drink. We taught those guys a lesson.
We'll return right after. It's just that standing guard.
Hey, what's this then?
Fool Fitzroy can't keep his dogs on a leash.
How's it going, Suey?
I'll have to send him a more clear-cut message. What you looking at, stranger?
What are you looking at? Everyone knows who you are, slut.
Your men are simply thugs.
Where did he come from?
That's what I pay you for. Let me drink, stranger.
No.
I told you to beat it.
Maybe I shouldn't have said that. Ow. There's an option that I hadn't locked, so I had to do it. Okay, well that way's gone. Oh, it's that way. Warehouse is that way, so let's see what's this way. Doing alright? How we doing? Yeah, I'm doing alright. Playing a bit of Call of Cthulhu. Checking out and see if it is as good as the original was.
You saw what happened with those sailors. Don't hang around here unless you want trouble with the bootleggers.
I've seen the kind of messages their boss sends. You're not scared of her.
Of course I am. Everyone's scared of that woman. She's not interested in small fry like me. You, on the other hand, nose around too much, you'll have dealings with her.
Oh.
This warehouse looks abandoned. Why does it interest them so much?
No doubt a question of territory, but I ain't asking. You want to know more, go ask the captain.
Good. Thank you.
Information that
I shall take my leave.
Check with the captain. If he has anything.
We're no longer at home on our own island.
Calm down. It's not worth the effort.
You're back again. What can I do for you?
Apparently the bootleggers don't want anyone hanging around the warehouses.
They're part of the private property I mentioned earlier.
And yet the place looks abandoned. Why guard the entrance?
As a precaution, I suppose. All the warehouses are more or less interconnected by old sewers.
You mean that there's a way to go from one to the other by tunnel?
I couldn't tell you if it's still the case today for all the warehouses on the island, but I think I can imagine what you've got in mind. You can always visit them if you're not the claustrophobic type.
Definitely not. Not in this game.
You're back again. What can I...
The miraculous catch. Is it a local legend?
Not at all. It's an episode from our glorious past. Go read the story of the sailors' return to Darkwater Harbor. It's displayed on a wall of the stranded whale.
Already read it?
I shall be on my way.
So come.
Yeah. Either that way or this way, so along that way. Let's this way.
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters!
What could have done so much damage?
You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign.
Ooh.
There.
Oh. Brenda. There we go.
St. Brendan.
Brenda.
Patron saint of
Brenda.
sailors and travelers. Desecrated. I can't even say which language it's written in.
It's probably going to be progressed towards the occult, I assume. Let's see what in.
Hello, old friend.
Cat knows about the thief from a stock of liquor. She'll find out who it is soon. Wouldn't like to be in his shoes.
Somebody's stealing from the bootlegger's stock of liquor.
Aha. Clean button. That's how you do that. Stealing. Both having a chat to her or chatting about that.
You live here?
Why did you do that, huh?
We saw what you did to St. Brendan.
Yeah, we'll teach you to come onto our island and ridicule our protectors.
How can I be the one who defaced your saint? I've just come ashore, you idiots.
That's true. We're as drunk as lords.
You bet. You could have gone by without us seeing you.
Do not rile me. You can hardly stand up.
He's right.
We're no match. For the moment. We're annoyed. It's understandable.
There's you, our beloved statue, and then those two bozos behind us. Wait, now that I think about it, it's got to be them. There's one of them who's always going back and forth to the statue.
Quieter. That's all we need for them to hear us.
What brings you to dark water?
That statue represents your local saint.
What do you mean by local, exactly?
You wouldn't be looking down at us, like all townspeople do.
St. Brendan. He protected whalers and fishermen like us. Until those assholes defaced him.
Peculiar house.
Yeah, that's where we live. Our boat.
It's not because it doesn't float anymore that we're going to abandon it.
Isn't it a bit early for alcohol?
We got nothing better to do anyway.
How would you tell
much
what I'm
work
doing?
around here?
Fitzroy gives us a few chores every now and again, but since the whaling station shut down, ain't a lot of jobs left around here.
So we drink.
Or you could go to the mainland.
The two guys behind you. What are they guarding?
The bootleggers. Scum.
They're protecting their territory. From whom, I wonder?
They really don't have a choice anyway. They're more scared of Cat than an attack by drunken sailors.
If only they would kill each other.
Gives me an idea.
Is it Cat who's shaking down Captain Fitzroy?
Oh, hold on just a minute. We didn't tell you a thing.
Nothing at all.
Well, by you saying that, it's literally yes.
I've taken enough of your time.
We'll see you later.
Come on, you could tell me. No, if it gets out, I'll have serious problems with you-know-who.
I bet that you hit them. How could you be dumb enough to leave the entrance to the warehouses unguarded?
Keep your voice down. Why not go and shout at the cat while you're at it? I don't want to end up with her little knife under my throat.
It's a stiletto, you idiot. And with that smell on your breath, I don't give you much chance anyway.
That's information to know. I can access.
Who's this guy?
No idea.
You better keep what's with you wandering around here like a hungry dog.
I'm hungry, bro. What
I
about it?
saw you talking to the two soaps. Go die of thirst, the lot of you. It'll stink less.
I went to see the statue of St. Brendan.
What makes you think we did it?
We're bootleggers, not savages.
Who do you think defaced the statue?
What do I know? They could have done it by themselves.
The sailors?
Who else, in your opinion? And who's interested?
So, who are you?
Are you stupid or are you doing it on purpose?
Everybody knows us on Darkwater.
I've just arrived.
Let's just say we're standing guard for the owner of the site. And we let no one enter her property.
Cat. She's your boss.
What? You listen through keyhole.
She's the boss, yeah. She says who goes in or not.
Shut up, you dummy. You wanted to know that you also talk too much.
She must be quite intimidating if she can make two men like you tremble.
She redid the smile at the last one who wanted to get in.
I hope he had a good dentist.
No, you don't understand. She really cut him a new smile.
But he only smiles with the left cheek.
Nice.
She sounds frightening, your boss.
And she doesn't like to be talked about behind her back.
I've got to enter the Hawkins warehouse. I guess it's going to be complicated.
No, it's very simple, in fact. Fuck off.
Whoa, PG
I don't give a
stream
damn
over here.
about your racket.
Shit.
I just want to get into this warehouse.
Shit, fuck. I mean,
And we don't give a damn about you. Whatever your reason for wanting inside, there's nothing we can do for you.
Alright, so I'll worry about that.
I bid you, gentlemen.
We'll dibble dabble around the other entrance and see if there's anything else.
Where do you think you're going?
Who are these others so interested in the warehouse?
And why would I tell you?
We're on the same team?
What's the difference between a police officer and a private detective?
The badge?
Exactly. Apart from that piece of metal, there's nothing that sets us apart.
You think so?
We're looking for the same thing, you and I.
Okay, spare me the next verse. I'll tell you what I know. There are sailors who think that there's a beast prowling around the docks. Then again, these guys panic at the thought of bringing a rabbit onto a boat, so...
I see.
And there are others who would like to use the warehouses for their goods.
That's fine.
Okay. Well, that's more information.
Stupid idiots. Forget it. Nobody listens to us anymore.
Let's see what's the end of this hall. I think there is. Locked off. Okay, stay with the captain, then with Cat, and blackmail the other guys.
You're back again. What can I do for you?
Alright. Cool. Alright, apparently there's
I shall be up
to talk about. But it's potential then I might be able to get on Cat's side. I should just fuck off again.
I told you to beat it.
Alright. Blackmail it is.
Forget it. Nobody listens to us anyway.
That's no way to treat an omen.
Oh, yeah?
What's with you wandering?
Saw you. Go die.
What will Kat say when she finds out that it's you who are filching stock?
You've got no proof.
That's true. Apart from this little note from your friend here.
You didn't throw it away?
I couldn't know that someone was gonna force the lock.
What a... So, what is it you want?
To get into the Hawkins warehouse.
That's all. Go on, then. And we never want to see your rat snout again.
Squeak. Bitch. It's got checkpoints. That's probably where I have to go, through the building and down that hatch.
Let's see.
Picking the lock. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Perfect. Oh, this place stinks. What is the connection between this place and the Sarah Hawkins case?
A lot of blood and bandages. Oh.
What happened here?
Ooh. Someone punched that, not bleeding it around.
Who has enough money to buy painkillers, but stays in a place like this? It smells as bad as it looks.
One of her paintings.
Is this one of Sarah Hawkins' paintings? Can't sleep. I know how that feels. Someone treasures this crumpled picture to the point of sleeping with it. Le Petit Parisien. Who might keep a news clipping about Sarah Hawkins?
Bit. Listen, that's gonna give me a psychological level up. That's actually really, really interesting. Maybe not the way through.
Someone has settled in here.
Ooh.
And whoever it is has something to tell me about the Hawkins case. Is there anyone in there? You! Don't move! Detective Pierce.
Hello.
I told you to stay away from this warehouse.
Threaten him. Whew. Let's team up.
It's clear that you knew the victims. I'm sorry to dig up bad memories.
I can still see the poor child lying burned on the floor of their drawing room. We had to tear him off. The marks must still be there. They're in my mind anyway.
It's horrendous. I'm going to need your experience to bring him justice, Officer Bradley. Can you explain what this painting is doing here?
This strange portrait. Wait, I know it.
It was in the Hawkins mansion when we came to investigate the fire.
So you confirm that it was removed from the crime scene. Interesting. I'd like to go and see the mansion now.
Of course. You want to go back along his trail? I'd like to understand how this painting made it to here. Come on. My car's parked down the way.
See, I thought
Andrews, would you please shut the
the
door?
Hawkins warehouse was the big warehouse, not
Open
this
your eyes, damn
one.
it. This guy went right under your nose. God damn it. Her again.
No.
This case has nothing to do with you, Baker. Clear the passage or I'll shut you up for obstruction.
Officer Bradley, you've finally grown a pair. Too bad you're too fat to see them down there.
Why you?
Come on, keep the smile. You don't want to force me to widen it.
Okay, I get it. Can we go to the mansion now?
Who the hell are you? What were you doing on my turf? I've got my eye on you. We'll meet again.
Cool. I think that's probably
Is it
the
far?
first segment.
This mansion.
Look behind you, at the top of the ridge. You see the building? That's the Hawkins mansion. Come on, we got some driving to do.
That doesn't seem that close. Oh, that's chapter 2 done. What is the average length of this game? Is this the newest one? It is. So 80 hours, apparently. 8 to 9. Okay. Pierce managed to get into the warehouse. The place, though, to be abandoned, revealed some surprises. Signs of recent occupation as well as a partially charred painting. Interrupted by his search by Officer Bradley, Pierce convinced him to join the investigation. The officer is willing to drive the detective to the Hawkins. So far, I have not experienced any horror. Which is what makes it a bit different to the original game. Not like heavy breathing.
Well, here we are, Hawkins Mansion. The place has been abandoned since the fire. There's only old Winchester in his hut.
Ooh, all these choices.
You're the one who looked after the Hawkins case.
Don't think I was trying to hide it. It's just that this discovery shakes my convictions.
That's why you're so keen to find out who removed the painting from the mansion.
Yes. If something escaped us, or if there's been a law enforcement error, then it's up to the police to make good its mistake. Anything else?
Plenty.
I don't believe the fire is the only reason this house is in such a state.
It's a very old building, you know? Its foundations would probably date from the arrival of the first settlers.
Huh. It's really that old.
Come on, let's leave the stories of the dead alone. They've nothing to do with your case anyhow. Let's go up there. Unless you still have questions.
Many.
I see no scorched trees or fire damage on the building.
You're pretty damn observant, ain't you?
Try to be.
The fire was quickly contained. Old Silas acted as soon as he could.
Not soon enough to save the Hawkins.
They were trapped in the drawing room. And don't go troubling Silas anymore. His guilt torments him enough as it is. Are we gonna take a closer look at this mansion, or do you have other questions?
Still have a few. God, so.
He's clearly not doing any gardening.
You know, Silas Winchester has been working for the Hawkins family as far back as I can remember. Charles was like a son to him. The day of the fire, he lost his whole family, so he's got nowhere to go. And, as you'll see, In a way, he's still watching over them. Is there anything else you want to ask me?
I prefer to be prepared if there's going to be trouble.
It's a wise attitude. But apart from old Silas and some rotten floorboards, there's nothing to worry about.
Mold, asbestos,
Could he be a
bats,
problem?
bugs.
Strictly speaking, he ain't dangerous.
Super poisonous
Since
spiders.
the tragedy, he's been a little touched. Though he's a remarkably sturdy man, given his age. A true force of nature.
A sad old man doesn't worry me.
Gee, if you don't want to listen to my advice, we might as well go. Right?
Yeah.
Night falls quickly here, and I want to be able to see when we arrive.
I'll go with you, if only to reassure Silas.
Yeah.
Why not? You can help.
I have nothing
Right.
against that.
Let's go.
Because he's involved.
Bradley was right. This place is much older than I imagined, but the architecture seems too recent.
Maybe it's been remodeled. Eerie graveyard.
Someone must really hate Charles Hawkins.
I told you. Silas Winchester is still watching over the Hawkins family.
I must say, it's pretty gloomy.
Yeah.
So, Detective, does this place inspire any thoughts?
Do you know if Charles Hawkins had any enemies?
Cat,
Not to
probably.
our knowledge. He was a well-respected personality on the island. I don't understand. Silas would never have let such a thing happen.
Why were they buried here?
I was given to believe that it was Charles Hawkins' wish.
Strange idea. I imagine Webster wasn't too pleased.
Mrs. Hawkins' father? It's said that he's devastated.
Let's go to the mansion.
Or, let me
Please
investigate
give
the
me
other.
a minute. I didn't expect to set foot back here after the burial. What kind of deranged individual would defile this sanctuary? And steal a burnt painting? I don't see
The flowers on Sarah Hawkins' grave are fresh.
But his is smashed up.
Poor kid.
Maybe Silas had a grudge. So strange. Figurine of figurine of a whale carved from wood. It's the sort of toy sailors made for their children. Maybe Charles wasn't the father. Alice was the father.
Recently fallen. It's as if all life has abandoned the place.
His lights on. That's not gonna be good. Doesn't. Righty. Up we go.
to find another entrance.
Where is Silas?
This entrance is still in use.
Whoa! Whoa! You were trying to force the door, you nosy prick!
Easy, sir, all right? Put down the axe.
You know what we do with rubble like you? We gut them! Dump them into the ocean!
Whoa!
Calm down.
You're Mr. Winchester. Lower that axe. And let's talk calmly.
I'll show you how we have it out on Darkwater.
You can ask Officer Bradley if it's true. He's right behind me, paying his respects at the Hawkins family graves.
Bradley? A good guy. Not as dumb as you think.
That's right. He'll tell you that we're working together.
Understood. I'm listening.
The police report describes a domestic accident, but Stephen Webster has several reasons to believe that this may not be the case.
Webster is as stubborn as an old mule. And I did tell him that we should let the dead rest in peace.
He wants to restore the reputation of his daughter. I just need to see where the fire started.
No, I can't let you in. The mansion isn't safe.
That's why you barricaded the entrance.
That's right.
And this door?
It's locked, and I make sure it stays that way.
No one lives in the mansion, and you don't take care of it anymore. If you have a good reason to be here, I'm listening.
There's vermin. I keep an eye out.
You're lying.
Vermin.
Yeah, that's it. Vermin.
Right. This is what we're going to do. I go inside, and I promise that I'll hunt vermin. Okay with you?
I'm not sure.
If there's nothing else to fear, you can give me that key.
Right. Take the key and do what you have to do. Go on, then. Just to get rid of you.
Let's see what more I can learn from this mansion.
Fucking mash it out.
This gate is locked.
The gate is locked. Where the caretaker then? Where's Silas? Who carries around an axe? Only they have one sitting in wood.
The poor wretch seems to spend the best part of his time isolated from the world. Rather Spartan. The caretaker has simple tastes. Bourbon. Empty, of course.
I feel like this is going to be an ongoing figure. I wonder if you fail to convince him to join you. That's the only other way to get a key.
I know a thing or two about solitude myself.
Pierce, shall we enter? Now that you've finished your fun and games with Silas, we can perhaps inspect the mansion.
You're right. Let's go. Let's take a look inside.
I'm with you.
Chapter 3, Hawkins Mansion. Pierce and Officer Bradley explore the gardens of the Hawkins Mansion. The family lies in a graveyard in the property. Guided by Silas Winchester, the old caretaker, still faithful to his employers, keeps watch on the place armed with his axe. Pierce and Bradley manage to calm him down and finally get a hold of the key to the Hawkins Mansion. They enter the building looking for the scene of the fire. And if you look closely enough, there is an eerie shadow figure right there. Oh. Stand. Oh, being friendly to. Oh. Hold on. There we go. Much better. Much better.
Follow me. I know the place. Who left this light on?
Oh, I have 2 character points. What are we complaining about now? Nothing.
The Last Supper of the Hawkins. What does this tell me?
Ooh.
What kind of meat is this? This place is for the head of the family, Charles Hawkins.
Charles was there.
The boy was probably here. Smashed his plate on the floor.
For a reason. Other on the other hand.
Sarah Hawkins didn't eat. Was it because of the meat, or something else? Something happened at this table. An argument?
No hidden area on this thing, so that's...
Hey, Pierce. Daydreaming again?
Working, officer. This dinner table tells us a lot about the Hawkins family life.
Well, we don't have all day. The scene of the fire is next door.
Storms are brewing.
Sarah Hawkins painted herself with her son, Simon, ready to go somewhere, but without Charles.
So there definitely was some discourse. It looks gross.
Charles Hawkins, some kind of explorer.
Charles Hawkins poses like an explorer in front of exotic ruins. The pyramids of Egypt. It's common knowledge that he wasted away his fortune on expensive trips. What was he looking for? Something isolated towards what's happening in his world currently.
Charles and Sarah's wedding was painted by Sarah herself.
Shit artist. I could do better. I really couldn't.
Let's see if I can find something the cops missed.
Whoa, whoa. There's something hidden here.
The child's corpse left a trace. Where are the others? Was Charles Hawkins a heavy drinker? They had a fight. Why? Did Sarah Hawkins lose one of her shoes? How? If the painting I found on the docks really came from here, how come it didn't burn?
Weird. Like it's of Charles, but Cthulhu-like.
Did it stop at the time of the fire?
Something's gonna be behind that fireplace. The oil lamp is cause of the fire.
Did someone escape the fire?
I think that's everything. Looks like it'd give me the white outlines.
Blood. This lamp was thrown. This was no accident.
Probably a fire. Mate.
This was a
nah.
Someone fell here. A desperate attempt to flee.
So you're a dickhead. Oh.
And the boy.
So, Detective, what do you make of it?
I firmly believe this fire was more than just an accident.
Let's not degrade him as an officer.
What's your theory?
I think the Hawkins couple got into a fight.
You sure of that?
There's only one way to be sure.
I'm not done with this room though. There might be other things to look at. So, some videos make me question fireplaces so much. There's usually secrets or something hidden from there. My sanity's fine. Ooh, what have I done? Okay, he figured it out. Damn it.
I just ask that you don't disturb anything. If Chief West found out about what we're doing, I'd be in serious trouble.
This door is locked.
Oh, and that's a fucking rat. Maybe there is vermin problems here. Bloody vermin. So, bloody bandages, like what was seen at the other.
These bandages are covered in dried blood.
place.
The same bandages that I saw in the warehouse on the docks. And given the bloodstains, I'd also say that it's the same person.
I think Charles is still alive. I can only hold it for so long.
The lyrics of the drunken sailor, a sea shanty.
You went that way. I go this way.
This door is blocked from the outside.
This is the main entrance. Like with this kind of place, it's going to be a miss. Like,
An original edition of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, dated 1818.
eerie sound. This is just too much books. Like one person. Too many books.
This piano is in disrepair. Looks like the Hawkins kept it more for decoration than for music. What do you know about Charles Hawkins' activities?
Well, not much, to be honest. We all assumed the Hawkins lived on Charles's inheritance. If you're right, we should be able to find clues among the Hawkins' personal effects. Did you hear that?
You are.
What do you know about Charles Hawkins' activities?
Well, not much. We all assumed the Hawkins lived on Charles's inheritance.
There's something disturbing about this painting.
Like the island becoming in shambles.
20,000 leagues under the sea.
Ah.
Another story about the mysteries of the deep.
Interesting book.
What could Sarah have done to make this person threaten to call the police?
Dear sir, as you know, I have always held you and your family in high respect. Unfortunately, I can no longer continue to close my eyes on the behavior of your wife. Last week she, again, terrified my clientele. I know that she means no harm, but you should place her in care of Dr. Fuller. He alone seems to be able to make her come to her senses. If the disturbances were to reoccur, believe me that although it would feel like torture, I would be obliged to involve the police. Respectfully yours, Anton Wellard. So she's pissing people off. Visible. Maybe she's deranged. She is deranged, more than likely. Right, come here, come here.
Locked.
Not so locked.
The boys' room.
Snap back to reality. The wonderful wizard. That book's of great significance. He was seeing things.
A child's fort. What threat was Simon protecting his world? Tom Sawyer, Mark Twain. Sarah must have read it to him before bed.
And the kid was taking sleeping pills.
Sleeping pills? Strong for an 11-year-old boy. What was wrong with this family? What nightmarish vision could have inspired them? Simon's troubles went beyond family problems. That kid saw something. Something terrified him.
There appears to be a clue in this room. Hello?
The argument that led to their tragic end seems
Like
to
a
have been
pussy.
simmering for some time.
Simon's private journal. He seemed worried about his mother and her attacks. Tension also seemed to be growing between the Hawkins couple. Could the fire be a result of an argument? From the sounds of it. Probably.
What will her room reveal about her?
No flashback in here.
A barbiturate prescription from a certain Dr. Fuller.
Alright. 75 milligrams of amorbarbital. That's a fucking cunt of a word. Sodium to taken every 6 hours as required. If attacks become too violent, add 25 milligrams of phenobarbital up to 3 times a day. Do not consume alcohol or any other medication during the period of treatment.
That's a massive dose. Was Sarah violent? Barbiturates. Sarah Hawkins must have been extremely agitated, resorting to such a treatment.
They act as a depressant for the nervous system. Once you begin, you can never live without them. Of that I know something. Jimmy open that lock. There is something for me to investigate there. And pit.
Perfect.
Okay.
This ledger lists all of the paintings Sarah Hawkins sold.
So one of the paintings for AD was returned.
It seems the last one was given for free to a Francis Sanders. I wonder why. Sarah Hawkins' agent was getting worried. Seems she wasn't giving any
Welcome back,
signs
Memphis.
of life.
My very dear Sarah, ever since you left to bury yourself away on that lost island, your art has been attracting increasing numbers of collectors. I beg you to send me your some of your new paintings. The last one's so somber and strange, moving as no other paintings have ever been, and are selling at a premium price. The full stop there. Punctuation. Your percentage of these most recent sales is attached. Do not forget your friend who was the first to recognize your genius and display it to the world. Your affectionately yours, Maximilian L. Maximilian.
Was Sarah Hawkins interested in the occult?
Yes.
What was she trying to achieve?
If the creature is not yet attached in our dimension, an expulsion ritual might work, as long as the person performing it makes sure that he integrates the elder sign among the glyphs that make up the ceremonial circle. Be careful though, because the works that describe the creation of such circles are not always proven, not all of proven reliability. Extract taken from Melius Bastarum by Abigail G. Visiting door. This
Locked.
door has scratch marks on it. My cult gone up from that? No, I've gained nothing. For a perk, at least.
Bradley? Is that you?
Hello, Key. That was not there before. It's Key. There are multiple ways into things, just in case you don't have the tier. Right. This door was not open before. I would find it weird that it would take almost an hour and a half to get to any form of scary nature to the game. I think it's just going to be a suspense thriller kind of sci-fi aspect. So I really don't feel any like fear at this point. Like nothing at all. Oh, that's me! You knew we were coming. Oh, hello.
You! Stop!
Nothing in here of note. Okay. Whee!
Bradley, did you see which way he went?
Who? I didn't see anyone. I just heard some noise. Are you all right?
A man was hiding on the upper level. He ran when he saw me. He can't be far.
I'll cover you.
So that illuminates a lot. This illuminates a little. Oh, that... It has a fuel source. Fuck.
This door was closed earlier.
Oh, there's a medicine upgrade. What's it at now? Where I came before. Yeah, open.
Where did he go?
4 character points this way. Well.
Do you really
They
think
look
that
like
the
Celtic
fugitive came in
runes.
here?
Charles
I don't
must have
see
brought
any
them
way
back
out.
from one of his foreign
Oh,
trips.
you both speaking at the same time. Don't do it.
It looks like an old Seaway map. Have you seen the old maritime maps on Charles Hawkins' desk?
Strange. No ship has left Darkwater shore for years. Maybe he kept them for sentimental reasons.
Clearly, Charles Hawkins knew Captain Fitzroy very well.
Birdman involved.
I wonder who the man with the glasses is in the photograph.
Now,
Probably another friend of Hawkins.
I'm not a gambling man, but I know secret mystery stuff as much as the next person.
This globe seems to have been part of some mechanism.
Now,
Doesn't work. As if the bookcase has been moved several times.
because it swings open its door. Ugh.
Seems like this came from a log.
This is gonna have to be related to it. It's a puzzle. Sorry. Monday. I'm gonna say Tuesday the 27th of June, 1847.
There must be a link with the Seaway map. Looks like the navigational paths described in the log.
What's it? What did it say?
There must be a link with the Seaway map.
Dark water. Alright, so not that one. 34 north, 33 north, 53W west. I mean,
looks like the navigational paths described in the log. Doesn't work. I must have missed something.
There we are. Right there.
Doesn't work. I must have missed something.
There's a bit of clue in here that I'm not being.
It looks like a freehand map of dark water. Certain areas have been highlighted. I wonder why. The Scylla. It's the boat that was stranded at the entrance to the harbor. This panel is movable. Cogwheels. They must be linked to an opening mechanism. Probably a secret passage. I must find a way to activate the opening mechanism. Damnation. I can't budge these gears. I need a tool.
Well, I had to try. Hello, there you are.
Why are these letters here, and not with Sarah Hawkins' belongings?
These letters have been opened, but visibly have not left Charles Hawkins' office. They are tied together, not braid. Why did Hawkins intercept his wife's mail?
Charles Hawkins was a sort of traveler, right?
More like an adventurer, I guess. He left for months, exploring remote places and abandoned temples.
Looks like the navigational paths described in the log.
The Scylla is the one that I want to follow, I'm assuming. The Scylla went... No way for me to, like, zoom. Let's get a little closer. North America. In dark water. Okay. Yeah. And back around to here.
Doesn't work. Looks like the navigational paths described in the log. There must be a link with the Seaway map.
Wednesday seems to be highlighted. 33 North. 33 West. Where the fuck is that?
Looks like the navigational paths described in the log. Doesn't work. Looks like the navigational paths described in the log.
Different because the map on.
Doesn't work. I must have missed something. Doesn't work. I must have missed something. There must be a link with the Seaway map.
Yeah, I get the.
Looks like the navigational paths described in the log.
Oh my god, it was just in the middle of the.
Looks like it worked.
Oh well.
Well done, Pierce.
Open sesame. Chapter 4. Tunnels under the Hawkins Mansions. Inside the Hawkins Mansion, the scene of the fire revealed its secrets. Pierce and Officer Bradley, now on the trailers of a survivor, had undertaken to search the place looking for proof. When a hooded man leaped into Sarah Hawkins' workshop to steal a painting, detective and police officer set off after him by just following him through the office of Charles Hawkins. They discovered a secret passage. Pierce and Bradley enter the tunnel under the mansion. I can't speak today. I can't read or speak. It's just not going well.
Secret passage under the manor. It's like a detective novel. That guy must have already gotten far.
Yeah. And he had a direct means of entry to the crime scene. We must find him. 3 seats.
Wow. Someone's been here recently.
Did Charles Hawkins use this place? Who were the others?
Mask.
What is this mask supposed to represent? Whatever Charles Hawkins hid here, he didn't want it in his house.
Hello.
This piece of cloth is unmistakably from a dress.
Oh.
Sarah
She found out
Hawkins.
something she didn't know.
Was she hiding from someone?
I think she didn't want others.
Whoever was sitting here could have seen Sarah Hawkins. Could this be related to her death? This symbol. What does it mean?
Cthulhu, more than likely. Hey! Don't like that.
A disfigured saint. What does it mean? A disfigured saint. What does it mean?
Just fucking yeet his ass over the edge. Hi there! Hello, Legally Blind Gamer. Played tabletop biology that this game is based on. It's a ton of fun. That would be interesting. I've never really played too many tabletop games. I'm assuming it's based off of just like the original like story of Cthulhu and stuff like that. The whole like mythos kind of thing. Surely it wouldn't be that easy. Nah,
Of course.
Yes.
And something tells me that the key
is
climbing these steps. There's tunnels all over this island. Given the size of this cave, there's gotta be other entrances.
Is it one of those like
Might as well start
heavy kind of RPGs like thing where you
I ain't gonna
like
squeeze in
D&D
there.
style, or is it
I'll
just
find
more
another
of
way.
like roll dice,
If
move around in a
possible,
board area,
I prefer not to
investigate
ruin
kind
my
of thing?
uniform.
Fine, fine. Go look
Try
for
and figure
another
out what's going
entrance.
on.
I'll
kind of
try
thing.
my luck down below.
Go down. Find main cave. Ooh, icky water. Cool, I move at like Mach fucking 3 in this water. Yeah, try that. Halfway. Yeah. Also, Legally Blind Gamer, thank you for the follow. Didn't see it. My alerts are playing up on my end. Oh, hanging wood things.
Some kind of dream catcher.
Less combat heavy than
If I touch
D&D,
it,
more investigating, exploration, and horror. It always surprises me that things that you can depict as like a general setting where you're sitting around with friends, you know, playing a board game can suddenly be scary. I guess it depends on how invested you are in what you're doing.
Diary.
In this volume, there is mention of beliefs of the lost tribe. They worshipped an entity that spoke to them in their sleep. The whole tribe seemingly disappeared in a mass sacrifice. Glorify their deity. God damn, Cthulhu, you're asking a lot.
Sad way to go.
That would definitely be interesting.
These paintings must be several centuries old.
That's the same as the painting she had in the upstairs area. Something she's been shown in her sleep. That is... I don't know what to make of that statue. Is it vomiting? Is it a tongue? Run a moo. Whee. I feel like that was a really overdone jump for what you had to do. Bradley? Oh, he's gone. He's dead. That's it. Game over. I truly never expected this game to have skill points.
Time has weakened these structures.
Water erosion, mate. Where water lies, stone dries. is in that? Oh my god, this is.
I don't have time to search them all.
We could just look. Takes 2 seconds to open something.
It looks like animal oil, but certainly not whale.
No animal oil glows like that, unless it's nuclear. Radioactive. How would you not be questioning the green fire? Like, must be a commonplace in this world. You open the door.
What's going on here?
What's going on?
Piers! Keep your voice down.
How did you get there? Also, fucking his movement.
What have you got me into?
We'll see. I'll go on. Try to go down on your side.
Yeah, there's a passage. I'll meet you at the bottom.
He's gonna die. Actually, in my dream thing, there was a police officer that was... Whoops. Yep, he's dead. He's gonna die. That's interesting. Let's see what comes.
A mass grave.
Me. Hello. Why do I look so different? Whee! I guess in the fright of it all. Oh, the beginning of the game.
I got it.
Yeah, Bradley's dead as fuck.
I can't breathe. What's happening?
Yeah.
No, damn it! I must find a way out of here. No, damn it! I must find a way out of here.
By the way, I must stay through here.
Is it my turn?
Yeah, kill yourself.
Yes. It is time. You will soon be one of us. If your body and mind are ready.
I dream of it every night. I have constant visions. I am ready.
Good enough. Prove it to us.
Cut to a few minutes from now when...
It's like in my dream.
He wasn't ready. Just some extra steps.
A pre-Columbian tribal dagger. Probably destined for scarification rituals.
How do you know that? More occult oppression. 5%. Damn.
I can't read Latin.
Annotated Bible. What's the odds this will be open? Guess they're here and find a pair of bolt cutters we go. Shall I go down to the wharf? There's nothing here. But when I go back up... Actually, there was no chains. There was chains last. Sneaky, sneaky.
You who sleeps, accept this dream under your immortal will.
Ya Cthulhu Fitag.
Grant him your flesh and accept his, so that his body and yours may be one.
All the caves, don't die.
Yibithink Hupadk Cthulhu Bithinkor.
Gryffindor.
Grant him your mind and accept his, so that his mind and yours may be one.
Locked.
Cool.
Loig Hupadk Cthulhu Loigna.
Grant him your dreams and accept his, so that the paths of your souls find
Sneaky, sneaky.
Yor El Cthulhu Kashag.
Let his soul guide you to us, just as your dreams guided it to you.
I feel him.
You are gifted indeed, not another.
Oh.
Let him pass through every part of you. All who sleep, we pray for your return. Bring me the kingdom more sacred flesh.
Stelbsna Cthulhu Kashok.
Dead? This ritual killed him. Where's the sense in that?
Not a lot. Yeah.
We are ready for the ceremony. What about your protege?
His awakening is complete. He will join you shortly.
Somehow he missed me. Casually walk through. Tippy. Oh, there he is. Cool necklace, bro. Mine's made of... Oh, fucking... You're dead. You are dead.
What are you doing here? I saw two odd-looking guys coming down. Seemed up to no good.
No, no.
What in the world is this?
Just...
An intruder!
Oh, shit! Don't move! Police! Don't move! I won't hesitate!
Bradley, get back! Get back!
You asked for it!
From the painting. And it's Charles. No one's surprising.
This.
Cool.
It's caving in. I need to get out
Oh,
of
that
here.
vibration, no. I have no control. Oh. I do have control. No, I'm just holding forward as a natural instinct. Oh, this vibration. Jesus, this is intense. Running away. Oh, scared at all. These cameras are great. Did I fail? Was I not quick enough?
My leg!
Hold on, hold that thought. Yeah. was that about? Squished.
Light! At last.
Huh? Why did I hear my own voice say help? Survive, Riverside Institute. Pierce and Officer Bradley followed the intruder to the secret meeting of the place of a cult set in a network of underground caves right under the Hawkins manor. They witnessed a strange ceremony led by a Charles Hawkins, very much alive. Bradley tried to arrest him, but Hawkins, whose body displayed various mutations, disemboweled the police officer as he tried to escape from him. Pierce found himself prisoner of a rockfall. Rushed to the Riverside Institute. He is in a critical state. Cool. You're not insane. You're sane. Oh, sorry. You're insane. You're sane thing. You definitely... No. You're not a good boy. Oh, boy. I went into Mickey Mouse then. Oh, boy. Oh. Like if Mickey Mouse hit puberty. Oh boy, Minnie. Too many hormones. Weird shit like that. Into madness. Cool. You're gonna fucking say insane. I saw this. Gonna happen. Dr. Fuller. Oh god, I am bloodied. 1920s medicine. That was weird liquid.
He's having a seizure.
Probably in reaction to the medication.
Strong subject.
There, he's opening his eyes.
You saved him, Fuller.
Saved him.
I can't get up.
Don't move, Pierce. You can certainly say that you gave us a scare.
What?
What did you do to me? Undo these straps!
Whoa! Go easy, my friend.
You were dead. He killed you.
Are you sure he's better?
He was dead. Me too. We were dead. What are you doing?
I'm sorry, my friend.
What? No!
Night night.
What happened to me? Where am I?
It's silence.
Mr. Sanders, you have to come with us.
No, please. I can't leave here.
You got no choice, Sanders, and neither do we.
You don't understand. If I go... No!
You're leaving this cell.
Please. I don't want him to find me.
Oh, let's wait. Oh, this is in my head. Put insanity juice into me. With my limp.
They tracked and hunted me, pursued me right right into their dreams.
Leviathan.
They schooled all over their maps in the wake of my lonely wanderings.
Hmm.
No sea is dark enough to hide the color of my blood. No wind strong enough to scatter my dreams.
Cthulhu, the Leviathan. Two and one are the same?
When the last of them rises up, you will choose. I will not be here to bear witness to it, because you will have released me. But the earth will resound to your cries, or theirs. Awaken and free me.
Nah. No, I'm alright. Move to Australia. You'll be fine.
You there. Wake up. Come
Very
on,
cold.
stand up. We don't have much time.
I'm cuckoo for Go-Go Bubs.
Can you stand up?
Who are you?
Standing.
A friend of Ethan Bradley. It was he who told me that you had been interned here.
Wait. Bradley is really alive? I don't understand. You filled me so full of drugs I can't distinguish dream from reality.
Please believe that I have nothing to do with these disgraceful treatments. Look, I don't have time to explain everything. I'm not really supposed to be here. And the same goes for you, according to Ethan. You must leave as soon as possible, and as unobtrusively as possible. I've brought you your clothes. Let me go ahead. We'll meet upstairs.
Wait a minute. What's going on here? What do they do to the patients to make them so terrified?
I would really like to know. I only see them when they are brought up for medical treatment, for problems they didn't have before going downstairs. But this is neither the time nor the place to talk about that. We must not stay here. There are 2 men standing guard near the stairs. It's the only way to the floor above. I shall try to distract them, and get at least one to come with me. All you need to do is to follow me as soon as the way is free.
Kill the other dude. Got it. I got my shit back.
What does this mean?
Wop, wop, wop.
Am I in an asylum? What did they inject him with? Sarah. Why the strange symbol repeated over and over? What did he write about the painting? Sarah Hawkins is on this list of authorized visitors.
Ah, care room. My favorite. Thanks, China. No, I need to sign in. No, I need to sign more docs for my visa. Yeah. Melphus, man, it's gonna be tricky with you going to Japan for that long. I hope you don't get sick, man. Truly.
If I don't get out of here, I'll end up like him. Poor wretch.
One of these rooms I'm going to be able to unlock it. Oh, that looked gross food.
Dr. Cullen, I would like to say that I'm surprised to see you, but we all know that your curiosity will be your ruin.
I don't understand. These people need care. You keep them in this terrible place as if...
Go back upstairs where your patients are waiting for you to treat them. As for you, gentlemen, do not disappoint me anymore. No one enters or leaves.
Yes, Doctor.
Stealth detection. A white marker appears.
I'll have to find a way of getting rid of those two myself.
They've detected you. I hope you're sorting that out now, Muffus.
The machine is working again, but the control wheels haven't been put back on.
I was just going to the storage room. I can bring them to you.
No, Dr. Fuller doesn't want us touching the pressure valves.
As you want. I'm going to see if there's sleeping pills left.
Good God. What could this machine be used for?
Oh my God.
Have I activated anything? It's an ammeter. I didn't expect to see one on this little rock. The corpse is complete. Whose are these limbs? Is there a connection between this corpse and the machine?
An area to hide.
Zoology, esotericism, mineralogy, and a full shelf on cephalopods. Sarah Hawkins.
On there.
She was a patient here. Dementia, self-inflicted wounds, anatomy, anthropology, nothing surprising.
Oh, that was bad timing.
It's done. Now for the others.
If I walk, if I do not stop, he does not catch me. If he does not catch me...
out! What is welling up inside me? I feel it in my head and in my body. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And swells and has strength of oceans.
Alright. Funny feeling.
Leaving behind them only trail of white, nourishing foam. He is my master. He enters me. Yes.
I think I got the right date. My calculations are always right. It's the date. It's the dates. It's the spread. That's the problem.
His eyes are open.
You. Yeah, you there. Come here.
What do you want?
Sleep. That's all.
Sleep? You don't want to leave?
No. Have you seen the storm that's brewing? I'm fine here. Except for one problem.
You want sleeping pills, right?
Yeah. And in exchange, I can make noise. Lots of noise.
You'll draw the guards to your cell to allow me to escape.
So, you in? Find something to make me sleep, and I'll take care of the guards for you.
If I find something, who knows what I'll do.
Don't play the wise guy because you're on the outside and I'm not.
I'll see, but that's an option for a diversion. Electric chairs, probably.
Locked. Exactly what I need.
Very cool.
A control wheel to mount on a plumbing system.
In multiple ways to make it do it.
The green gas leaves from here and it runs through the whole building. This valve controls the pressure. Now for the next step. A duct.
Pressure's going ballistic.
It's impossible to break this chain with my bare hands.
Never know unless you try.
Perfect.
Nice.
Theoretically, I've only got one lever to push. It's locked.
Cool. I have claustrophobia.
This lever must turn on the gas machine.
There's multiple ways to make a diversion, or they're all linked to the same thing. Last week's incident causes significant damage to infrastructure. What does it we also operate in a tower room. Each use more of you must give you a register. Okay. ass wheelers.
Perfect.
Hmm.
With these chains on your wrist, you can't escape.
Sleeping pills.
Where do they keep their sleeping pills? Scopolamine, morphine, opium? Nothing. My new friend's sleeping pills.
Better flip this other switch and see.
Hey!
I'm hidden. Can I punch you? Or is that it? Is that me? Woo!
Where do they keep their sleeping pills? My new friend's sleeping pills.
What the eggs actually requires. Oh, sorry.
It's locked.
Hmm. I gotta figure out a way to get in that.
What?
We
Carnage?
got a walker.
Oh, you see nothing. Oh.
Come on, show yourself.
Definitely not behind the door that just closed. Fucking gross in here. Here's the last one.
All the levers are activated.
I'll go take a look.
New break.
Come on, show yourself. You there!
Oh, come on. Come on now. Oh, fuck's sake. I just want to get in and out of that room.
With these chains on your wrist, you can't escape. Where do they keep their sleeping pills? My new friend's sleeping pills.
There'll be something in this kitchen. So I can create a diversion which will attract all the guards. But I feel like I do have to also get past and flip that switch. Let's see.
The piping hasn't burst. Not yet, anyway. I've got to hide before the guards see me.
Who did this? Is somebody here?
Hell's teeth. Fuller's gonna think we did this. We gotta tell him, though.
In there. Quickly. With an insane cultist. Or actually no, there's the guy that Sarah was visiting.
Doctor, is that you?
Yes.
Don't you worry about the doctor. Right now, he'll have plenty to keep him busy with his precious machine. It gives us time to get away. I'll undo you.
Get away? Get away where? I can't go anywhere. It'll find me, like it found me here. You're mistaken about the beast. Don't stay with me, or you'll end up the same way.
Oh, damn it.
You're Sanders, aren't you? I heard you from my cell. What did they do to you? What does Fuller want with you?
The doctor? You think it's the doctor who scares me? The doctor wants to heal me. But he's the one who's crazy. He wants to restore my sight. He wants to give me back my eyes. And yet I told him that I didn't want them. I do not want to see it anymore. The real culprit is Sarah. Her and her accursed paintings.
You're kidding me. You're talking about Sarah Hawkins.
The one and only. The legendary. There is no artist more enlightened.
Done and done and
accursed
done.
than Sarah Hawkins.
Ready for posting. Nice, Mo.
In her office, I saw signs of a ritual, perhaps an invocation. These things, that's what makes you say she's cursed.
You're wrong. It was not an invocation, but a revocation. But she failed. And that's what counts.
She pissed
What's
it off.
going on this island?
I'm so sorry. We should never have met.
What are you talking about?
Destiny! It has trapped you. Don't let it see you, or you won't be able to escape it. Don't look at it. That's how it finds you.
What finds me?
Sarah Hawkins' visitor. The Shambler.
Sanders, pull yourself together.
Without her, it's no longer possible to save me.
No! Sanders!
Oh.
What the hell?
Oh, his legs are broken. Oh, he's fine.
I got it. Okay. This is insane. What killed him?
God killed him. At least a god. Alright, I will be wrapping up shortly. Possibly to the end of this chapter. Damn, I should have done that with the gas main. That's fucking me. Open the door.
Damn!
Damn!
Like the gas!
Yep, I fucked myself with the gas.
Oh. My head.
Oh, hello, Bradley.
We need to move on.
How the fuck are you alive? That's probably the best way to stop. Pierce woke up in the asylum installed in the cellars of the Riverside Institute. He met Dr. Coden, a female friend of Bradley, who helped him escape. Wandering through the corridors of this place where Dr. Fuller reigned supreme, Pierce was able to talk to a man named Francis Sanders before dying in full view of the detective. He accused Sarah Hawkins of being the curse of his torments. Pierce finally left the accursed building, accompanied by Bradley and Holden. The companions in the misfortune decide to use the Hawkins mansion as a hideout. Ooh la la. But when I get an opportune moment, I will be closing this point off the stream. Yeah, I've been streaming for a little bit. I will stream probably either again on Wednesday. Continue this along.
Who goes there?
I'm into chapter 6.
That nightmare again. I need a drink.
No, you don't. But yeah, that's probably going to be doing it. For those on YouTube who are watching the archive of the stream, thank you. Come check me out on Twitch, same as the YouTube channel, DeathAtXL. And yeah, that's pretty much the geo for that whole situation for YouTube. I'm going to cut it off here. Have a good one.